That's what makes comedy so fresh, so fun, interesting. And Ottawa audiences are the best because they just take it all in. They're just so good and encouraging. I know you're going to have a good time. I'm going to bring on one such person. This young woman is from Ottawa and a very funny young lady. Please bring on.
So please be kind, okay? I just want to know, are there people out there that don't like their jobs? Just give me a round of applause. If you don't... So are you guys all OC Transpo bus drivers or something? Okay, so I was walking down the street downtown. I work downtown, and there was these three girls that were just standing there like a bunch of snobs, and to me, for some reason, I just looked at them and they kind of resembled a tampon to me. Because they were just stuck up. And tell a whole bunch of strangers and, vent that way. So, we all, I'm sure all of us have a bunch of blonde friends, right? Do we all have blonde friends? Well, I have one in particular. She's absolutely hilarious. I love laughing at her a lot. She called me one day with this story that she had where she was trying to assemble this jigsaw puzzle, and she couldn't figure out how, so she calls her boyfriend. She's like, honey, I'm putting together this jigsaw puzzle. I just can't figure it out. I have all the pieces all over the table, and it's just not making sense. So he replies, like, well, honey, what is it supposed to look like? She's like, well, the box isn't supposed to look like a tiger, but it's just not coming together for me. So he decides he's going to come over, he's going to help her out, and when he gets there, he comes in, he takes a look at the table, he looks at her, looks at the box, and was just like, okay, honey, he just takes a deep breath, he's like, so I got some bad news, no matter what we do, we could not make this resemble a tiger. And he walks up to her, he grabs her hand, he's like, I think maybe you had a bad day, let's just have a coffee, let's just relax, and afterwards, we'll just put the Frosted Flakes back in the box. I felt really bad when she told me that, but I was just like, it happens. There's nothing you can do. So, I'm sure everyone also has crazy family. I know I do. In particular, I have this one aunt. We talk about absolutely everything. Like some of the most uncomfortable things too, like sex and whatever. So she called me one day with this story because she's been having the worst migraines for the last couple of years. Like she's gone to doctors, she's gotten the medication. It just hasn't helped her. So one of her friends actually referred her to this hypnotherapist. Like, just go to them, they'll fix you no matter what. So she went, and he has this kind of practice of looking dead straight into the mirror and just repeating what it is you want to happen 3 times and like truly believing it. Just looking at yourself in the eye and just believe it. So she comes home one day to my uncle and she's like, honey, I'm cured, I don't have headaches anymore. And he's like, well, what'd you do? She explained everything that happened and he's like, oh, okay, that's great. And then so I guess my aunt had this bright idea to be like, well, we haven't had passion in the bed in the last couple of years. Maybe it'd be a good idea for you to go see this hypnotherapist, and maybe they can help us out a little bit. Get you out of the rut or whatever it is that you're in. So he goes reluctantly to see this hypnotherapist, and he comes home one day after work, just rips off his clothes, picks her up, brings her up into the bedroom, throws her on the bed, and he's just like, hey, honey, just 1 second, I'll be right back, and runs off to the bathroom for a couple minutes. And then he comes back and just, apparently from what she described, had the most mind-blowing sex with her that she's ever had in the last, since they've been together. And then all of a sudden when they were done, he gets up, I'll be right back, honey, runs to the bathroom again for a couple minutes, comes back, round 2. Absolutely amazing, and descriptive to the point where it scarred me for life. And anyways, so he gets up again, honey, I'll be right back, and it bolts off to the bathroom again. So okay, my aunt's sitting there thinking, what's going on? This is creepy. So she decides she's going to follow him over to the bathroom and see what's going on. All of a sudden she just sees him staring dead straight in the mirror like, she's not my wife. She's not my wife.
Don't go far, Holly. You've witnessed a history of sorts here. I don't think I've ever seen somebody so demure and so shy backstage use the C word on stage. I don't think you'll be repeating that to the students in Kempville Catholic School. This was a very special night, and there's a reason why Holly took the stage here. Very special reason. The unique reason, and I could go on and on, but you know what? Somebody can explain this much better. You're all familiar with Hot 89.9. Ladies and gentlemen, please warmly welcome to the stage to explain what this is all about. Mauler Rush from Hot 89.9.
This is Holly. She's the chosen one. We're doing a contest on the station called Mauler Rush Almighty. We have a God complex. We do believe we're better than all of you, but we're trying to improve this woman's life, and in the last week or so, she's had to swim with alligators. She's had to have dinner with a stranger. Last weekend, she had to get 899 signatures from people out there saying that she rocks. She gets money each and every task that she does. Tonight, coming on stage, she just made another $2,000. Yes.
Oh, God. By the way, I just want to say this to you. When we planned this for you, you were supposed to suck. She didn't suck at all.
So I'll let you get back to your comedy night. Some great stuff still to come. We just want to mention tomorrow morning, 7:15. She's going to be on the air with us. Her next task is a doozy tomorrow. It's valued at a lot of money. I don't know if she's going to do it or not, but she'll find out. She's ultimately going for $25,000. And I'll just leave you with this. She has one joke, and probably most of you missed it because most of you are Shay listeners. And so she's going to just do one joke here before she goes. Do the joke that you did on air this morning.
For all the golf lovers out there, what's the difference between a G-spot and a golf ball?
What's the difference?
A guy will always search for the golf ball.